It started with a faint creak, always at 3:33 a.m. I thought it was the wind, until the night I saw it open with my own eyes. It started with a faint creak, always the same sound, always the same time, 3:33 a.m. At first I thought it was nothing, an old house, settling, maybe the wind, maybe my own mind playing tricks on me. I'd wake up, hear it, roll over, forget. But it never stopped. Every night, same hour, same sound. It came from the basement door, the one at the end of the narrow hallway, the one I never used, the one that stayed shut. Always shut. I told myself it was nothing. Houses make sounds, right? Wood contracts, floorboards, shift. That's all it was, until the third week. I remember it clearly. A cold night, colder than usual. My window was shut, no draft, and still the creak. But this time followed by a second sound, a soft click, like a latch, like a door, unlocking. I sat up in bed. I didn't want to, but I did. My body moved before my brain gave permission. I didn't turn on the lights. I don't know why. I just followed the noise. My feet were cold against the wooden floor. The hallway stretched longer than usual. Each step felt heavier, slower. And then I saw it, the basement door, open just a crack, wide enough to see blackness behind it. A kind of black that didn't feel like shadow. It felt like a mouth, waiting. Still I approached. Still I reached out. Why? I don't know. Curiosity, fear, something else? As my fingers touched the wood, the door creaked again. This time, it moved, by itself, slowly, opening. That's when I saw it, a single step leading down. And beyond it, the stairs disappeared into darkness. I closed the door, fast, locked it, pushed a chair in front of it like some idiot in a horror movie. But the sound never stopped. The creak came back the next night, and the next, and the next, and the door. It kept opening wider. The next night I stayed awake. I wanted to prove it to myself, that it was real, that I wasn't losing my mind. I sat in the hallway, lights off, wrapped in a blanket facing the basement door, phone in hand, recording, 3:32 a.m. Silence, stillness, 3:33 a.m. The creak. My heart dropped. I didn't blink, didn't breathe. The door moved. It didn't swing open. It eased, like something on the other side was careful, gentle. It opened wider than before, wide enough for a face to peek through if it wanted to. But nothing came, only darkness. The video? It caught the sound, not the motion. The door barely moved, too subtle for the camera to see. But I saw it, and that was worse. I tried telling myself I imagined it. Maybe I dozed off. Maybe I dreamed it. But I hadn't, because the next morning, the chair I had wedged against the doorknob was moved, not knocked over, not pushed aside, just moved, as if someone needed to open the door and gently slid the chair out of the way. I didn't sleep that night, or the night after. Instead, I started hearing things, not the creak, not the click, other things, breathing, software labored, coming from below, and the footsteps shuffling up the basement stairs, but never reaching the top. I tried to leave the house. I packed a bag, got in my car, but the engine didn't start. I walked down the road, no service, no signal, no one around. It's like the house knew, like it didn't want me to leave, so I came back. That night I locked my bedroom door, windows shut, lights on, and still. At 3:33 a.m., the creak. Then the door opened, fully, no hesitation, no subtlety. I didn't see anything, but I felt it, a presence, thick and cold, like the air was water and I was drowning in it. And from the bottom of the stairs, I heard a whisper. My name. The first time I heard it whisper my name, I froze. It didn't sound angry or loud. It sounded familiar, but wrong. Like someone I knew mimicked badly. A mockery of a voice I should trust. I stayed locked in my room that night, sat in the corner, back against the wall, bat in hand, staring at the door, waiting, no footsteps, no creak, no sound, just silence, until 4:07 a.m. Then I heard crying from the basement, not loud, not frantic, just weeping, low, endless, painful, like the kind of cry that comes from someone who's given up or someone who's been forgotten. I didn't sleep. At sunrise, I opened the basement door. For the first time, fully, without fear. I stepped onto the first stair, then the second. I stood there, listening. The air was thick, old. It smelled like dirt and something burnt. The crying had stopped, but there was something else, a hum, low and rhythmic, almost like a chant. I called out, "Hello?" Nothing. But then, a thump, not close, not far, like something had moved. I didn't go further, I couldn't, not yet. Instead, I started looking through the house, old papers, hidden drawers, attic boxes. That's when I found it. A faded photo, black and white, 4 people, a man, a woman, 2 kids. The caption on the back, Winter 1971, before the silence. I found newspaper clippings too, an article. Family tragedy, local man murders, wife and children in basement. The house, this house, my house. I felt my stomach twist. The man's name was Daniel. The photo showed him smiling. But the article described what was found down there. Burn marks, symbols on the walls, and a single phrase carved into the floor. He told me to do it. That night I didn't lock the door. I needed to hear it again, to know if it was real. 3:33 a.m., the creak, then the voices. Not just one, not just my name. Prayers, cries, laughter, all overlapping, all rising from the basement like steam from a dying fire. And then a knock from the inside, from the other side of the door. The knock stopped me cold. It wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It was deliberate, measured, like whoever or whatever was on the other side wanted me to know it was there. And it was patient. I didn't move, didn't breathe, just stared. Then the door creaked open by itself. Again, no wind, no trick, just the house breathing. I stepped closer, one hand on the wall, the other gripping my phone, flashlight on. I pointed it down the stairs. At first, nothing. Just the steps descending into black. The walls were damp, pale, covered in faded shapes I hadn't noticed before. Symbols scrawled in black. Some drawn in what I swear looked like blood. Then I saw it. At the very bottom, a shape, still, standing, watching, a silhouette, too tall, too thin, arms hanging unnaturally long at its sides, head tilted, almost curious. It didn't move, it didn't need to. Its presence filled the space, suffocating, like I wasn't supposed to see it. And now that I had, it wouldn't forget me. I dropped the flashlight. The basement swallowed the light whole. Gone. I slammed the door and pushed the chair back under the knob. Pointless gesture. But I had to do something. That night I didn't sleep. Again. But the sounds didn't stop. The whispers were louder, angrier, and they weren't just coming from the basement anymore. I heard them in the walls, behind the mirror, in the closet. And they began to say things I didn't understand, languages that made my ears ring, words that curled in my brain like smoke. I saw things too, reflections that didn't match my movements, shadows that crawled against the light, and dreams, vivid, sickening dreams. I saw the family, the man, Daniel, on his knees, covered in blood, crying, whispering, He made me do it. And behind him, that shadow, larger, closer, its voice inside me, like it had always been there, waiting, watching, feeding. The next night I found scratches on the basement door, fresh, deep, as if something wanted out, or worse, had already come through. I stopped fighting it, stopped pretending I didn't hear the voices, didn't see the shadows. They were everywhere now. They didn't wait for 3:33 a.m. anymore. Time stopped mattering. Days bled into nights. Sleep became impossible. And the worst part, it started calling me by another name, Daniel, the name of the man who lived here, who killed his family, who carved the floor with his own fingernails, screaming things no one understood. The more I resisted, the louder it became. The more I believed, the closer it came. Then one night, I went down, all the way. I don't remember how my feet moved, or how I managed to breathe. The basement was colder than before, wetter, like a cave beneath the earth. The walls moved. They pulsed, like they were alive, like they were breathing with me. And then I saw it. Not a shadow anymore, not a silhouette. A face, long, hollow, eyes like burned-out stars. It didn't speak, not with words. It opened its mouth, and I felt my knees buckle. Because the sound was grief. Unfiltered, undiluted, bottomless grief and rage. It showed me things. The murders, the sacrifice, the ritual, the demon. He wasn't haunting the house. He was the house. It remembered. It remembered everyone who ever walked through its door. Everyone who dared to ignore the creak, the whispers, the warnings. They were all still here, trapped. Their cries weren't echoes. They were real, still alive somehow, screaming forever. I ran, or I tried to. But every hallway twisted. Every door led back to the basement. I clawed my way to the surface, blinded, broken. I don't know how long I was gone. But when I finally made it out, it was morning. Neighbors say I was missing for 3 days. They found me on the front lawn, naked, mumbling. They say I kept repeating the same phrase. The house remembers. The house remembers. They put me in a hospital, said I had a break, stress, delusions. But I know the truth. And now, every night at 3:33 a.m., I hear the creak again. Even here, in this room, far from that place, I hear it. I feel it. I miss them, my family. Even if they were never mine, even if they never existed. But the house made them real, so it could take them again. It remembers me. And I remember it.